less than 30%.
Yeah, less than 30%. I mean, sometimes, you know, see, I understand most terms, but only the medical terms. But I cannot speak. I hear, I understand, but I cannot speak in the same language. But most of the time, I understand what's happening, or just by the way they talk. I see the animal. I already know what they're thinking of. It's just a few questions I need answered. You know, but otherwise, if you know how to watch the animal, watch the people when they describe how they explain things, and you know right away, you have a good idea what's happening.
So can you also adjust the percentage of the problem, the difficulties of running a clinic? For example, the cost and how to find people to help. What will you give them the percentage?
Well, again, it's if you have a lot of money, you can hire whoever you want, because you just tell them, okay, this is how much I'll pay you, but this is what I want you to do. Because if people want the job, they want the money, then they'll say, okay, I'll do it. Or you can say, I'm the big boss, I'm very strict. You come exactly at 8 o'clock. If you come in at 8:05, you're fired. You can be very strict, and you can run the place so tightly that everyone's scared of you. It can also be done that way. They can run the business however they want. But sometimes it's hard to get people that are really honestly dedicated to the animals, that will spend enough time, because sometimes it's just a job. They come in, they come here 5 days a week, they get paid at the end of the month. It's like, it's just a job. But I find it a little bit different in this profession because there's so much emotions attached to the animals. If you don't take the emotional content into account, then it'll be just like you're selling, fish in the market. It's just a product. I look at this profession as not just a product. It is something that you are the middleman. I'm the middleman between the owner and his pet. If anything happens to the pet, they come to me to translate for them. So it's just like Jane translates everything to me in Chinese so they can communicate with the client. That's what I do. I translate what I see in the animal. I tell the people, this is what you saw, this is what it means. This is how we'll solve the problem. So basically, I'm just the middleman. Anything I find about their pet, I give to the owner. I don't hide anything because I'm not entitled to hide anything from them. Because my job is only to find out what's happening. Then I give everything to them, and I say, okay, now I've given you everything. You decide what you want to do. You give me instructions what you want me to do with this pet. It's not like, let's say a dog has a broken leg as an example. There's more than one way of fixing a broken leg, from the cheapest to the most expensive. If you're a very rich person, I can say, okay, it doesn't matter. I'll say this is the cheapest way of doing it. This is the most expensive way of doing it. This is if you do it this way, this is the advantage. This is the disadvantage, and so on. Everything, advantage, disadvantage, different procedures. But then I will not say because you're rich, I think this expensive one is the best one because it'll make me more money. That's not the point. I think every owner must be allowed to have the choices. Because if you make the choice, you cannot blame me. I already said to you, if you do this, this is what's good, this is what's bad. If you do this, this is what's good, what's bad. But you have a choice. People must have a choice.
And they should know what their choice
Yes,
is.
yes. If you're in a position where you don't have any choices, it's not good. There's always two sides, the good and the bad. If you choose one, because I think people it's just respecting them. If you give them the choices, you know, it's not like, if I want to make a lot of money, I'll just tell, oh, there's only one choice. We have to do this because that's the only procedure you can, it's the best. You know, that's not exactly the truth, because you can, like I said, not every broken bone you have to operate. You have to choose. So, if I don't have to operate, why should I charge you a lot of money just because you're rich? I don't care if you can afford it, even if you own Yun Long. I don't care if you own Hong Kong. It's still my responsibility to say to you, okay, we don't have to operate on your dog. It's not a broken leg, it's not a bad break. You can just put a little splint, it'll be fine. But you really want the operation, here's what you can do. It's your choice. Of course, if the person has a lot of money, okay, just do it. It doesn't matter how much it costs. Of course, I have to do what you want. But I will not say to you, this is the only choice. Because that's not exactly the truth.
But if the people do not have any money and they come to you with their ill pets, so what will you recommend they to do at first?
Well, basically, okay, if let's say I know that, let's say I do a certain operation, and I know right away in my mind, how much do I really spend on the material? Let's say it will cost me, let's say 1,000 for everything I use. And let's say the procedure will cost 3,000, as an example. Okay? And they say, okay, I don't really have a lot of money. I said, okay. How about you give me 1,000 now, down payment, and instead of charging you 4,000, I'll just charge you, let's say, 2,500. You only have 1,000 now, you don't have too much money. Okay, we'll compromise. You give me 1,000 now, and maybe for the next so many months, you give me 500 per month, or however you can afford. That's fine by me, because I know that at least I already have paid for my own expenses. You know, like I said, not everybody can pay you right away. You know, times are hard. Sometimes people, you know, just don't have the money. And if you're very, very strict, I mean, I know it is not a good business policy. That, you know, yes, they might cheat you, they might not pay you. That's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you lose some, you win some. But as a businessman, I'm not a good businessman. I will lose money, honestly. But at least I cannot be blamed, I cannot be criticized for not trying to help the animal. Even if I lose money, that's fine, as long as I know at least the animal got help. You don't have the money, doesn't mean the animal will be neglected. I do the best I can under the circumstances. I lose, I make some money, I lose some money, it doesn't matter. But in the end, my responsibility is to the animal and the pet owner.
So in your opinion, do you think the people who don't own a lot of money should not own a pet because they cannot afford the...
No, not really. I don't think money should be an issue there. You know, I mean, does that mean that you love your animal? You love your animal more because you have more money? No. Does that mean that if you're poor, you know, you're not allowed to love an animal? No. Because, you know, an animal doesn't look at you and say, oh, he's rich, I'll go to him. Animals don't care. Animals don't care if you're a Guaylo or Chinese or Philippine or Indonesian. They don't care. They just look at you, oh, he's good. I love it. I lick, or I don't like it, I bite him.
Yes.
You know?
This is not about whether they love the animals or not, but maybe they don't have enough money to take good care of them.
Well, true, but I mean, still, I've seen a lot of people that they don't have money, but they do their best to help the animal as much as they can.